Once upon a time, a princess lived with her mother in a palace surrounded by forest. One day, while walking through the forest, Princess saw a pond. It was a beautiful pond. She sat near the pond and started playing with her silver ball. The ball slipped from her hand and fell into the pond. "My beautiful ball!" she cried. An ugly snail popped his head out of water. "Why are you crying?" he asked. "I have dropped my precious silver ball into the water," she cried again. "What will you give me if I get it for you?" asked the snail. "You may have my jewels," cried loudly the unhappy princess. "I don't need those," said the snail. "I want to be your friend. If you promise to care for me, let me share food from your plate and sleep on your pillow, then I will bring back your silver ball." "I promise," said the princess. But she thought to herself, he is only a silly old snail. I won't do any of those things." When the snail returned with the ball, she sneezed it from him and ran back to the palace. That evening, the princess was having dinner with her mother when there was a knock on the door. When the princess opened the door, she was horrified to see the snail sitting there. She slammed the door and hurried back to the table. "Who was that?" asked the queen. "Oh, just a snail," replied the princess. "What does a snail want with you?" asked the puzzled queen. The princess told her mom about the promise she had made. "The princesses always keep their promises," insisted the queen. "Let the snail come in and make him welcome." As soon as the snail came slowly through the door, he jumped onto the princess's plate and started eating from her plate. She ate her dinner with the snail with a smiling face, hoping that the snail would go back to his pond at night. But when darkness fell, the princess went to her bedroom to sleep. The snail also followed her and climbed on her bed. The princess felt more angry than ever. She picked up the snail and threw him across the room. Suddenly, she had pity on that snail. "Oh, you poor darling," she cried. And she took him in hand and kissed him. Suddenly, the snail transformed into a handsome young prince. "Sweet princess," he cried, "I was cursed by a witch, and your tender kiss has broken the curse." The princess was shocked. The prince and princess soon fell in love and were married. They often walked to the pond and played with the silver ball back and forth and smiling at how they met.